Hello, and welcome to Eastern Connecticut State University. I'm Dr. Eunice Matthews-Armstead, and I'm the coordinator of the social work program here. It is my pleasure to have this opportunity to share with you a little bit about our program and what makes us unique and, in my opinion, pretty fantastic. But before I do that, let me introduce you to Dr. Isabel Logan. She is our coordinator of field instruction. And you would have an opportunity to work with Dr. Logan in developing the many different internship experiences that you will participate in as you progress through the social work program. The social work program here at Eastern is nationally recognized. I was so proud when I discovered that we were identified as being one of the best BSW programs in the state of Connecticut. In addition, we were also identified as one of the 101 most affordable BSW programs in the country. Not just because of our price, but because of the quality of education that we provide and the graduation and outcomes of our students. So, if you decide to come here at Eastern, you will be a part of our very special community. So, what I would like to do is to talk to you a little bit about social work as a profession and social work here at Eastern. Social work is a very unique profession in that it draws on a number of different people. And people are motivated to become social workers for very different reasons. Some because they want to make a difference, others because their family has social workers in it. And then there's others who just want to help people, who want to have a positive experience, who are concerned about issues of social justice, and many other reasons. But that's one of the things that makes social work so exciting, is because it is made up of a diversity of people. Often people think of social workers as superheroes, mostly because I'm sure you've heard people come, oh, it's so great that you do that work. Oh, it's so kind of you. Oh, you must be a special person. I don't think I could do that. But what people don't often realize, social work is a real profession, and I am proud to be a social worker. I have a bachelor's in social work and a master's in social work. Just because you do good things, that doesn't mean that you're a social worker. Or just because you work in a social service agency, that doesn't mean you're a social worker. You are a social worker when you are educated and learn a particular set of skills and you are able to demonstrate a competency in those skills. You recognize a core set of values and you are obligated to adhere to a code of ethics that is specific to the social work profession. So understand that what you are considering entering into is not just some easy, major where you just have to be nice to people. No, you are going to learn how to intervene with client systems of all sizes, both at the individual level, as families, groups, communities, and even at the policy level. When you graduate from this program, you will be graduating as a bachelor's level generalist social work practitioner. So, what does a bachelor's in social work mean? Aside from being awesome, it means that you have a great deal of professional flexibility. You will have a set of skills and a knowledge base that is commonly recognized by employers. When they see a BSW, they will know what you can do, what you have been trained in, and what you are capable of. You will have a chance, if you decide to stay in the profession, to continue on and obtain your master's in 1 year. And you would also have an opportunity to secure employment in an area that you feel passionate about, and you would have an opportunity to make a difference. Social workers are everywhere. We're in substance abuse, criminal justice, child welfare. We are union organizers, community organizers. We're policy analysts. We're lobbyists. We work in public health. We work in the hospital. We work in gerontology. We even work in the corporate setting. So, a degree in social work means that you have a lot of choices. And throughout the program, you'll have an opportunity to explore and better define what area of social work you think you might be interested in. For me, I've always worked in child and family services. But I've also worked in the hospital. But my area for which I get the most joy is working in children and families. I currently have a private practice, and I specialize in working with adolescents and with those who have experienced trauma. I'm also trained as a clinician in complex trauma, EMDR treatment, dialectical behavioral treatment, and psychotherapy. One of the interesting things about being a social worker is that you always are learning. You're always having an opportunity to come across things that you don't know, and you're inspired to try to get more and to do better. It isn't boring because the human experience is so complex. I mean, even now, I tell my students, one of the things as a social worker you have to kind of get used to, and that is not being perfect. You will continue to make mistakes, but we learn from our mistakes. We grow through our mistakes. But you also have an opportunity to really be a facilitator of change and affect people's lives in a positive way if you choose to work more micro. But some of you might find excitement in community organizing, and I've done a little bit of that as well, where you have an opportunity. I remember one of the things that drew me to social work initially was I got this job. It was a summer job before I was supposed to go to college, and they asked me to develop a summer program in an economically challenged community. But the only thing they gave me, my whole budget, was my salary. And I had to work in the community to get people to donate things, the merchants to donate balls and art equipment and paper. I had to convince the other members of the community that I could be trusted, that I am someone that they would send their children to. I literally had to go knock door to door, handing out flyers to tell them that I was going to be developing this summer program. I was able to get an affluent private school to donate access to their pool. And not only did they do that, they would even send the bus for my kids, and the parent association would make these amazing lunches for them every week when they came to the pool. After having and watching and working with the community and with the kids in that community, and I just felt like this is what I want to do. Because I initially wanted to be a lawyer. So having that experience, working with those families, working with that community, working with those kids, helped me to come to the realization that social work was really what I wanted to do. So, like I said, social workers are everywhere. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about social work here at Eastern. Eastern is an accredited social work program. We were initially accredited in 2001. I came on in 2000, and we have been continuously reaccredited consistently. We have had the pleasure of ushering into the profession over 500 students, and who are many employed all around the state of Connecticut. Our mission is generally, if you come into the program, our mission is to educate you to become effective bachelor level generalist social work professionals who will competently promote human well-being and advance human rights and social justice among diverse populations from a global perspective, with emphasis on the vulnerable and oppressed, by employing practice skills that are grounded in social work's body of knowledge and professional values. So when you graduate from this program, and what makes social work as a major unique is that not only do you have to demonstrate an understanding of the material, you also have to demonstrate that you are able to apply the material. So, your journey to become a BSW here at Eastern is, and what you should expect, is what I'm going to be talking about now. What does social work look like at Eastern? One of the things that makes us unique is that we are a learning community cohort model program. And what that basically means is that all of the students enter the social work program in the fall of their junior year, and they progress through the program as a cohort onto graduation. So the curriculum is designed in support of that, and how we implement the curriculum and the program activities that we engage are all about supporting this learning community. So what are some of the benefits of having a cohort learning community model? One is that you have a group of supportive learners with similar goals. You have a more cooperative learning peer, teacher, and student environment. We know all of the students in the program, all the students know each other, and they, every year, each class sort of develops these, it used to be Facebook, but now I think they do Instagram. And they communicate with each other. Oh, do you know what Dr. Matthews wanted with this assignment? Or I'm so overwhelmed. And they respond and they support and they communicate with each other. The faculty are not involved, we don't have access to it. It's something that emanates from the cohort, and they use that to connect and support each other. You also have an opportunity, like I mentioned, to have a very close and positive relationship with the faculty because you see them. You are able to navigate the program. You know when your classes are going to be in your fall, spring of your junior year, and in the fall and spring of your senior year. We've also found is that the students develop a strong sense of social capital, ownership of the program, because you're kind of immersed in it. All of the faculty that teach in the program are practicing social workers. We approach and model the classes using and applying social work values and skills. We organize activities, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, inside and outside the classroom, so that you are constantly reinforcing what you're learning in the classroom and applying it outside the classroom. The other benefits of a cohort model is that it allows for a lot of collaboration. And collaboration and working together with your colleagues is an important skill in social work. So again, how we organize the program, how you progress through the program, the activities that we develop in the program are all designed to support your development as an effective generalist practitioner. The curriculum is fairly laid out, but one of the things that we do with our curriculum here at Social Work at Eastern is that every class has a practice component to it. You begin with your social policy class and your research class. At the end, you'll engage, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about the social policy practice piece. But all of our classes in our core curriculum have a practice component. The social work students are supported from the beginning to the end of your journey. And that is another one of the benefits of having a cohort model. You start the program with an orientation. As a junior, you have an orientation and we talk about the program, we talk about what to expect, we get you an opportunity to begin the process of forming your learning community. We also have a tradition of doing a potluck lunch with the juniors and the seniors. It gives the juniors and seniors an opportunity to share and get to know. The seniors will tell you about the program, about what to do, what the challenges, how to survive. You can ask them questions about their internships and things like that. So even though you have your cohort, your junior, your class cohort, we also expand to have a full learning community and create intentional experiences for the juniors and the seniors to interact. In addition, we do what we call the junior-senior lunch. Now, in the spring of your junior year, you will be interviewing and exploring the opportunities for your senior internship experience. Your senior internship experience is your full year micro social work experience where you're working in an agency with a client population doing social work. You're not watching, you're not observing, you're actually doing it. You're going to be dealing with real client systems, with real problems for which you will be able to create an environment for change. So you will be facilitating change, hopefully, but you will be working with real people. So we have the junior senior lunch for the seniors to give you an opportunity to talk about their senior experience, what the agency was like, things that you could possibly do. And we match you up with the senior who is in the placement that you will be likely going into that following year. In addition, in the senior year, many of our students go on, the majority of our students go on and into an MSW program. So we have what we call a workshop, you and your MSW. And in that workshop, we talk about how to pick your graduate program, how to prepare your application, pointers on creating your personal statement, and how to request references. But not all of our students go right into an MSW program, so we want to try to meet the needs of the students who want to go immediately into the workforce. So we have another workshop where we talk about where to look for a job, how to dress for your interview, key elements of a good cover letter and a resume, preparing for the interview, and interviewing etiquette. And we ask Career Services to come to support us in the development of that workshop. So again, we're supporting you through to the end. In addition, we have an MSW open house where some of the top graduate programs in the area and some not so much in the area come to recruit our students. Over the years, we've had a number of students to go to some of the top social work master's programs in the country, like Columbia, Fordham, Boston University, Boston College, NYU, Smith, UConn, Quinnipiac, and all of these schools, and this year we'll have a student going to the University of Michigan. In addition, that's our first. We've had them go to the University of Illinois, Barry in Florida, Virginia Commonwealth. So we try to encourage students to go outside of Connecticut, but we always have a huge cohort that go to UConn, to St. Joe's. They love our students. And so they come here to Eastern, and you have an opportunity to talk to them and to explore what that's like, what their schools are like. In addition, we have a tradition that's called Life After Eastern. Again, supporting you to the end. The Life After Eastern is when the alumni come back to share their experiences of what life is like after Eastern. They talk about what graduate school is like. And one of the things that the students often say, they always say, oh, graduate school, don't worry about it. Eastern was harder. If you got through Eastern, you'll get through graduate school. And the students will ask, do you feel that you were prepared for either work or for graduate school? And again, they say yes. They share their experiences and the varying fields that they're in. And we've got graduates that are both in micro, and that's individual direct service social work, but we also have graduates who are more engaged in macro social work, like community organizing, lobbyists, researchers. And every year we have our social work picnic. And the social work picnic is our coming together to celebrate yet another year. For the juniors, it's like, whew, we got through the first year. For the seniors, it's like a mixed bag of, oh my goodness, we're finished, but oh my goodness, we're finished. And after building and cultivating these relationships for 2 years, and then they have to begin to terminate and say goodbye. So we have a lot of fun. We have our traditional junior, senior kickball game, and the faculty, play on one of the other teams. And we just get together, and people bring their children and their partners, and Professor Truby will bring goats. It was so it's a really, really nice way to end the academic year and to come together one last time for our community. Now, the seniors, we also do our own senior celebration, and we have our Phi Alpha honor induction ceremony. Now, and this is an opportunity. It's just like a graduation. They march in. The seniors invite their family members, their friends, and it's a much more intimate environment than at the arena where you have the formal graduation. The students make speeches. We have awards that we give to students, and then the students come up with their own awards. In addition, those who were picked to be in the Honor Society are also inducted into the Honor Society. It's fun, and it's an opportunity for us, the faculty, and the faculty are there to meet the families of our students. It's always a very nice event, and the parents appreciate it, the students enjoy it, and it's very touching. So, as I had mentioned when we first started talking, that the social work program is very committed to creating learning experiences in and outside of the classroom. All of your classes have a component for which you will apply what you learn. All of your core practice classes. For example, your social welfare policy class. The students engage in what we call a social action day, where you work in task groups on various pieces. Our most recent social action day, the students raised awareness about the dangers and prevalence of human trafficking amongst indentured servants, sex traffickers, and children. We invite people from the community, and we usually have some sort of petition or policy action. We've done a voting get out the vote. We've done raising awareness about the challenges and of those formerly incarcerated and homelessness, and them finding and locating decent living circumstances. And we had some members of that community to come, and they spoke, and it was very, very moving. So you'll do that in the fall. In addition, in the spring, you have a community organizing project. You, again, working in task groups, will be working in the community, mobilizing a group of people around a particular issue. We've done things like take time to play. It's something working with the task groups for preventing abuse and neglect for children. We have worked with the Women's Center in raising awareness around creating positive relationships and being a bystander. We have developed a summit working with the youth in a local high school, and it was an LGBT plus summit. So we've done a number of projects, and you would do that too. You also, in your research class, you will actually conduct research and on a real topic with real data that you will collect and to respond to a real question that is relevant to either your population or practice or community. So after you've gotten through and done all of that, the social work program here at Eastern has a 98% of the juniors work and graduate from the social work program in 2 years. 76, and that number fluctuates. It's higher this year because this year it's more like 82% of our graduating students proceed immediately into an MW program, and 94% of them gain admission as advanced standing students. Well, it has been a pleasure to talk to you and to share some of what I think is fantastic about our program. And we are really looking forward to seeing you in the fall. So please take care. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. And that would be drmatthewse@eastern.edu. Also, take a look at our website. It has a great deal of information about our program as well. So again, thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest. And I really look forward to meeting you.